Hello, everybody. We're going to see Unit 10, Grammar 2. And what we're going to see today is causative. Yes, it's something new, so pay a lot of attention. Instead of reading the theory from the book, which is perfect, yes, you can do it. I'm going to show you some slides. So let's start with causative. What's the structure of causative? To begin with, yes, the structure is going to be the subject and then the verb have or get in the correct tense plus the object plus the past participle. Okay, now what's the use of it? We use it because the action is more important than who does it, or we do not know who did it. Yes, so we would say Mike cleans Jeanette's office. Yes, and this is an active sentence. It's the typical structure that we know. We have the subject, the verb, and the direct object, and what follows. Now, in the causative, what we do is change some positions of the words. So, what was the direct object in the active sentence is going to become the subject in the causative. So in this case, it's going to be Jeanette. Yes. Now check that the verb cleans in the active sentence, it's in simple present. Yes, that's the tense. That means that have, yes, or get is going to be in the simple present. So Jeanette has. Okay, and then what was next to the possessive, yes, in this case, the noun office, her office, because we are referring to Jeanette's office, is going to be here, and then the past participle, cleaned. And at the end, who did the action? By Mike. In the causative, as it is not so important who did the action, that's why the position is at the end, okay? Because it's more important who is receiving that service or action. Good. You can also say Jeanette gets her office cleaned by Mike. It's exactly the same. Why? Because you can use either the verb have or get in the tense of the active sentence. In this case, simple present. So the tense of the verb in the active sentence tell me the tense of the verb have in the causative sentence. The verb have or of the verb get, yes? Now, pay attention to the tense. We're going to see some examples in different tenses to check if you understand what we're talking about. So get ready to write down everything I'm telling you. If you need, pause the video and take notes. If the active sentence is Mike cleans Jeanette's office, cleans, it's in simple present. So the verb have, it's in simple present, have or has. So the causative is going to be Jeanette has her office cleaned by Mike. Why? Because remember that the structure is has plus the object plus the past participle, yes? Have something done. I'm going to show you all the examples with the verb have, but of course it would be correct to use the verb get, all right? Check the other one. Mike cleaned Jeanette's office. Cleaned, it's in the simple past. So the verb have, it's in simple past, had. Now the causative is Jeanette had her office cleaned by Mike. So it's had plus the object plus the past participle. Next example, if we have Mike has cleaned Jeanette's office, we have that has cleaned, it's in the present perfect. So the verb have, it's in present perfect. Have or has had. So Jeanette has had her office cleaned by Mike. So it's has had plus the object plus the past participle. Now, the active, if we have Mike is going to clean Jeanette's office, is going to clean is in the future. So the verb have in the future is going to have. So the causative, Jeanette is going to have her office cleaned by Mike. So is going to have plus the object plus the past participle. What happens with the active in the following example? Mike will clean Jeanette's office. Will clean, it's again in the future, so the verb have in the future will have. So the causative is going to be Jeanette will have her office cleaned by Mike. So will have plus object plus past participle. If in the active you have Mike can clean Jeanette's office, can clean, it's a modal verb, so the verb have goes in infinitive, can have. So in the causative, Jeanette can have her office cleaned by Mike. So it's can have plus the object plus the past participle. Now, careful with the agent. The agent is who does the action. So if in the active you have Mike cleans Jeanette's office, it means that Mike is the subject. Now, when we turn it into the causative, the sentence is Jeanette has her office cleaned by Mike. So in this case, sorry, the agent is not cleaned, the agent is by Mike. Apparently this was moved. Sorry, because of that, but it's by Mike is the agent. Now, if in the active you have he cleans Jeanette's office, the causative would be Jeanette has her office cleaned, and the sentence ends there. We do not put by him. Why? Because it's not giving us relevant information. And the same happens when in the active sentence we have somebody. For example, somebody cleans Jeanette's office. So in the causative, if you say Jeanette has her office cleaned by somebody, it would be wrong because by somebody is not giving me further information. So it ends in Jeanette has her office cleaned, full stop. And then we have the preposition plus a person, material, or instrument. In this case, if we say Mary has her homework corrected by the teacher, by is followed by a person. Or if you say Peter had his car repaired with special tools, with is followed by an instrument. In this case, special tools. Okay, and that was basically what causative is about. I hope you have taken down notes. Any doubts, please, you will ask me in class. Do the following exercises to check if you have understood this, and see you. Bye-bye.